What was said ahead of that second period? What was the flip of the switch ahead of those 4 goals?
Well, I just thought the first period we were a lot of circling. You know, I think we weren't playing straight lines. Pittsburgh came to play, and I think, you know, he adjusted a couple in the second period. I think the guys did a good job of adjusting themselves. They knew they were swinging too much, and then obviously, you know, there was a 10-minute spurt when we were playing really well, and we were all over them. So give the credit for the players recognizing what we had to do.
Well, we saw all 4 forward lines grab a goal. What does that say about the depth of this team?
Yeah, no, I think there's some good plays out there. Like there's some actual good possession time, but we're actually, you know, we're converting on some nice plays. I mean, you know, the 2-on-1 was a big play for us. You know, the conversion, the plays, some of the concepts we've talked about in training camp, and especially the last week, you could see guys trying to apply it out there. So that's nice to see.
How good do you feel for Arsh?
Yeah, no, it's really nice. I mean, it's great. You know, we talked about it. I was talking to Footy after the game. You know, you remember your first goal in the AHL. It's pretty special. Fans were, you know, local kid cheering him on. I think that's a special time for him. I hope his parents were in the stands. That was nice.
How much have you seen him grow his game since you came to know him when you arrived here?
Yeah, I think they did a hell of a job down in Abbotsford. You know, Jeremy Carlton, and now you know, even Manny in the summer talking to him, and I just think that he's really, you know, I got to give the development guys, Komisarek and Samuelson, those guys did a hell of a job developing. And now you get more of a finished product when a guy's up here. So he's trying to create an identity. You know, a fast player, can make some plays, but also can check.
On Petey's goal, I mean, obviously there's the forecheck to make that all happen.
Right.
But for him to find that soft spot,
Yeah,
to shoot from where he's wide open, I mean, that clearly is part of the process.
Yeah, I think everybody's, you know, you're really happy for that. You know, like this season, he's hit like 3 crossbars on a post. You know, if he, you know, 2 inches, you know, all season, he's probably got 4 goals. So that, you know, I think that's the shot you see, and it was just a hell of a shot. You know, and you know, obviously Garland, that play there. But they've been, last 2-3 games, they've been around it. You know what I mean? Petey's been around it, and you know, he's just got to stick with it. Great shot, and you know, I think he's enjoying playing with those guys.
After Malkin scores, you know, the game gets tighter than you want. How did you feel your team managed the last 5 minutes?
Pretty good. I mean, you know, like I thought the third we were just, you know, I mean, listen, I'm not going to bitch about a win, but you know, the third period, I'd like to see us a little bit more put our stamp on it. I think we kind of, you know, we didn't have as much possession time offensively and stuff like that. So I don't know if we're hanging on, but I do like at the end how we defended, which was good. You know, teams, you know, there's a lot of pride in that room over there in Pittsburgh, so they're not going to go quietly. So you know, it's dangerous, still dangerous team.
Going back to Baines, he's a guy who didn't make this team out of camp, but you said right away, like, he's going to come up soon.
Yeah.
What was it that you liked from him in camp, and how have you seen his game develop since then?
I think the speed factor. You know, I think the speed, whether he plays high in the lineup sometimes, I could bump him up, or he plays as a 4th line guy. I think right now, and I thought Daniel Sprong was excellent tonight, by the way. I thought the 4th line was good. But when you have speed on the 4th line, that can check. Is the key, and I think that's what Bainesy does. You know, he's got some speed, but he's starting to have an identity of like he can check also too. He's finding the positions where to be defensively. You know, he's starting to, his game's growing. You know, he's working at his game.
And on a completely other note, talk to us about what you saw of the power play tonight.
Yeah, I thought some good looks. I mean, really good looks. I think Bess had at least 4 or 5, you know, great chances. You know, he's one of our top, you know, he's like one of our best goal scorers, and he, you know, usually makes those. But he had a ton of, like they get chances like that. I can live with, you know, what they, I don't know, what do you know, 0 for 2 or what were we? I mean, 0 for 2. You can live with not getting a power play goal if you're getting those chances. So I actually like the setup the last couple of games of how we're doing it right now.
Hi, Rick. Celebration of 1,000 games for Tyler Myers.
Yeah.
How important is he as a leader on this team?
Yeah, no, you saw the players and the messages and stuff. You know, he's a well-liked guy in the room, and he's a guy that's always trying to, you know, he wants to play good every game, and you know, if he has a tough night, he's the first guy the next day in the room. You know, he's in Footy's office or my office, or he'll ask questions. You know, he always is this guy that, you know, he's just, oh, he's, you know, like they said, he's a voice of reason too. You know, he's a guy that can go in the room and when we leave, and the guys respect that. So it was nice to see his family out there.
Looked like he had an A on his sweater tonight instead of
Yeah.
Miller. Can you let us know like how that happened?
Yeah, Millsy went to, I think, the trainers, and the trainers asked me, you know, is it okay if I said, yeah, it doesn't, you know, I thought it was a great gesture by Millsy to give it to his buddy.
Rick, you went out of your way to describe Sprong's performance tonight as excellent. I'm sure you've had some conversations over the past 2 weeks as he's been sort of in and out of the lineup. Did he show you what you need to see, even aside from the assist tonight, in his performance?
Yeah, I did. I saw a lot of great things, and I liked his attitude. Like this week, as a coach, you look at guys' attitude sometimes. His attitude was excellent, so I give him a lot of credit. We knew this was going to be a long term in the sense that, you know, we had, you know, if he played a couple of games, we'd have to work on this as staff, or whoever talked to him, and we kind of rotate. And he took the information and he practiced really well. And like I said, you know, I don't know who picks the stars, but, you know, to me, I thought he was a star tonight. He played really, really well. Like along the wall, he went through his guys. He did the little things that he needs to do, but that goal, the Baines goal, I mean, that's pretty special what he did. You know, going around a guy, the speed, making it, the shot selection was great. Like he didn't rip it high and wide. It was actually, I think he tried to do that. Try to make the shot pass, you know, whatever the POP they call that, pass off the pad. And I thought he really meant to do that. So hockey IQ play was great there.
After the Pettersson goal, you get the 3 off the rush, right?
Yeah.
And you mentioned sort of seeing some of what you guys had worked on in training camp. I mean, is that sort of the practice of what you theorized wanting sort of in evidence during that avalanche there?
Since I've been here, I think that 8-10-minute stretch of the rush chance is the best I've seen this team do that for me. Like in the year and a half I've been here, that was excellent. So you can tell the stuff that we're practicing, the stuff that they're applying, it's working. And the conversion, obviously, you know, that 2-on was big with Teddy and Sherwood. But I thought we played really fast. Our neutral and regroups got us off the rush. So that's the stuff we're looking for. You know, it can change a game. You know, you're down 2-0. Have an average first period, all of a sudden, if you can become a good rush team, look at Edmonton. You know, there's been periods where, you know, they don't do anything for a period, and all of a sudden they get 3 rush chances, and all of a sudden, you know, so they're one of the best rush teams in the league. So I think we're trying to learn from that, being able to, you know, there's a spurt there that you can do where you can get back in the game.
What about Brandstrom tonight and just kind of what he's doing in terms of puck moving and making it hard to take him out of the lineup at some point?
Yeah. I mean, I mean, probably can give him a few more minutes. Even tonight, like he's a feisty guy. Like, I think what people worry about, he's a small guy. He's going to get pushed around in the corners, and I haven't seen that. To be honest with you, I've seen him really good box outs. Obviously, he wheels the net really well. He's like Huggy, you know, like Hughes. He can do that. But I find his feistiness is there. Really pleasantly surprised how he's playing. You know, we grab a guy like that off the waivers, and he's all of a sudden, you know, this guy's game's coming. So there's a lot to like about him.
How close is Joshua to getting into games, and then how do you fit him in, given how well the top 2 lines are playing?
Well, it's a good problem, but you know, he's going to be a guy that obviously, you know, the puck's rimmed or any kind of net front presence. He's going to just bolster our lineup. Whether he plays here soon, I don't have exact date. We're still trying to figure the best way to get him in. You know, whether, I don't know, does he go down to Abs for a game for a condition? We don't know. I mean, these are the stuff we have to talk to. I'll talk to Dakota about it, but he's getting close.
Try to help my team, and I'm scored.
I think he's the quote unquote the Godfather.
It's nice to get, you know, some wins.
Generational talent. Thanks for liking the video and subscribing.